We're going to leave the beach now. Just as we've been walking along, we bumped into Kirsten, who's from Germany with her family, and they have an apartment here in Calavinas, so it was really nice to know that they've been watching our videos from all over Mallorca. So thanks for watching, Kirsten. We're now going to have a look into the town of Paguera. So we've just walked along the 3 beaches, and now we're going to have a look to see what it's like in the town. So we're going to leave the beach and head for the city.
And some of the shops here are my favourite, so let's see what I can get here.
Oh no. Okay. So we're going to leave the beach behind us and head on up. It's not too hilly here, so it's quite easy to walk. I say that. There is a bit of a hill. A few tourist shops here, mostly open. And somebody did ask me about cruises, and this is one of the first ones to open, the Cormorant cruises. So here's one where you can actually get your tickets. So that's something we hopefully will get to do at some point, because they're really quite good fun, and you see bits of the island that you can't see in the land. We've already come to some shops and the meat is engrossed. Lots of delivery vans here. It's Monday, so bring in all the supplies for the week. Across the road, lots more shops. I'm not crossing over there, I'm staying over on this side. If you've been watching our videos, you know that I seek out the shade. And it's a nice little bit of shade on this side, and if Anita wants to walk across, she's got a parasol to protect her from the sun. I think she's probably more interested in the shops in the town. There's a nice selection of, dare I say, a little bit more upmarket shops. Well, you can judge for yourself. I will be videoing this in the 360, so if you want to stop and gaze around, that's the one to have a look for. We have 2 channels, one with the normal videos and one for the 360. I do understand that the 360 videos are not for everyone, so I separated them. And a big thank you again to all the people who've subscribed. Who's that? We've bumped into... Hello. Be careful, you might appear on a video. How are you doing?
Good.
We've just bumped into Neil from the place to go. How does it say? Tip Top. There you go. Nothing like a bit of advertising. Nice to bump into Neil from Tip Top Toldos. If you need a toldo, a window, a blind, he will sort it out for you. Tell him you know Steve, he might even give me a commission. No promises. So here we are in the town of Peguera. The last few times we've been, it's been deserted, and yeah, it's pretty much deserted now, but that's because everybody's on the beach. Why would anybody be out shopping 1:30? You're either having your lunch or you're on the beach. So all the shops are open, lots of stuff open, and bars and restaurants are there waiting for you. Our plan actually is to walk all the way through the town and find somewhere at the end where we can have our lunch. So just in front, somebody's just had a delivery. So, it's like water, just had the water delivery. Just taking away the empties. So this is the Hotel Villa Mill, which has been closed throughout last year and up until early parts of this year. But now it's open. Chairs are on the terrace, people are sitting out, and we're starting to see some life around the town as well. Of course, Anita will see something, I'm sure, as we're walking through. So we buy these sometimes with just letters. You buy the individual letters and you can make up a word. And Anita's going to take a look. I will carry on walking, trying to keep myself in the shade. But just look, all the shops are open, waiting for customers. Some of the places actually looking quite busy. People looking out for the bargains. This is the Hotel Villamil. 3, 4, 5 stars. Well, it does look actually quite smart. Outside. Drive in, drive out, drive. Across the road, it's a supermarket and the Italian trattoria there. It's the bus, takes you number 122, takes you all the way to Santa Ponsa, Costa della Calma. All your souvenirs here. Maybe buy one for the dog. I've not seen that before, that's something new to me. No, we don't have a dog. Place where you can buy the tickets for the Palma cruises. There's a whole selection of cruises that you can do. We'll have to have a go at doing one of those. The one I like to do is the one that takes you out to Dragonera. So when we see an opportunity, look for the weather, make sure it's going to be calm. We'll look out for one of those boats that can take us to Dragonera. Dragonera being the island off San Telmo, really, just beyond Puerto de Andratx. If you are looking in the 360, of course, if you're watching the videos on the 360, you can just decide what you want to look at. Just move the screen around. And that works on our telly, it works on our mobile phone. With the mobile phone, you just actually move the phone around and you can just actually look at different things. It's quite remarkable, the technology. Just have a look to see if Anita's behind. Oh, she is there, right in the distance. She will catch up eventually. So there is definitely a different feel to Peguera today compared with when we were here, I suppose it's just over a month ago. And then I would say there was about half the places that are open then as there are now. So it's much more, twice as many places open now. Any football fans, today is the morning after. The morning after England, Italy in the Euro 2020 final. When the football match went to penalties after extra time. I find those penalties painful. Not a pretty thing to watch. And just watching it on the television, you can see people burying their heads in the scarves, turning away from the screens, or if they were there, really finding it hard to watch. They must find a better way of deciding. I just don't like those penalties. And the poor players who worked their hearts out all through the tournament, played brilliantly, and miss a penalty and then get a load of flack from supposedly supporters. They're not really supporters, they're just idiots. But they've got that on their shoulders, just like Gareth Southgate had his penalty miss. Just, what do you remember about that player? Oh yes, they missed the penalty. It's a horrible thing to have to be wearing on your shoulders for the rest of your football career, and really what we want to remember are all the good things that they've been doing, and they've been playing brilliantly. So all credit to England for getting to the final. Sadly you didn't win, but there's a little World Cup just round the corner, so maybe that's the next opportunity. Of course, I've already lost Anita again. Not sure where she is, so I'll go and seek a shady spot. Maybe even have a little sit down. Plenty of shops here, plenty of supermarkets and shops of all sorts. There's always lots to see, even unusual vehicles that you can rent. I might just get a little bit closer to that one so you can take a closer look. They seem to be very popular, particularly here in Peguera. I don't know about elsewhere on the island. But these rather strange vehicles, which have actually only got 3 wheels, 2 at the front and 1 at the back. And you see them in convoy, driving through towns. There's only 2 seats. I think I've seen some with 3 seats where there's one perched up behind. They don't look too safe to me. Who's that lady across the road? Seen anything? Yes. Not yet. I'm sure she will. Cycling is also very popular here, so you don't have to rent a motor tricycle, you can rent a bicycle. And if you stay near the coast, it's fairly flat. But if you go inland, you might find a few bumps, a few hills to go up and down. We live in Peguera in Palma, and it's very, very hilly. So it's not actually made for bicycles, it's not for us anyway. Just every time I go past, there's just these wonderful views, and there's that mega yacht out there, which I'm guessing there's some celebrity on board. I'm going past lots of different restaurants, menus enticing you in. Fish and chips for $6.50. That sounds like a bargain. But it's not Friday, so it's not fish and chip day for me. Although I could be tempted. Someone asked me about whether they should book all inclusive, or whether she should just bed and breakfast, or should they rent an apartment? And it's all a matter of taste, of course. We like to go out and discover new places to eat. If you have an all-inclusive, you're sort of tired, aren't you? And you can go and eat in other places, but you've paid for the food in that particular hotel, so you feel as though you're inclined. And most places here, look, you're just coming up to a place where you get a menu del dia, menu of the day, €11.50, and you've got a choice of starters, choice of main courses, and a postre food. Some of them will include wine, some of them will include a beer or water, and some you might have to pay extra for your drinks. And you need to be careful with that. Do be aware that buying drinks can cost you more than the actual meal. Across the road we've got the Neptuno. I had my business, we did all the seat covers for that hotel when it first opened up many years ago. We did the embroidery on the seat covers, named Neptuno. Come up to an Indian restaurant, and we love Indian food, and lunchtime actually is the perfect time for me to eat Indian. Look, we're planning to go for an Indian meal on Wednesday, so we don't do that one today. So more of these trikes here, and trike tours. So we've just seen one of them further up the road. Here's some more. Here's one which is a 3-seater. This has got one seat at the front, which is the driver, and then 2 seats behind. Certainly look like fun. So Anita's now found a shop where she needs to go in. This is the only shop in Mallorca that sells cowbells. So she says. So we'll see if she comes out with one. You can get yourself a gecko. Cute. I'm going to switch the camera off and we'll see what Anita comes out with. Well, Anita's just been into the shop. What did you find, dear?
The only shop in Mallorca that sells cowbells. Another one for me and one for Jamie.
No, you got 2. Oh, okay. So we're now going in search of lunch. See what we can find. The place over there seems to have our label on it, Romantico. Perhaps not. We need something a little bit more Spanish, a bit more Mallorquin. Big restaurant. So that was the menu that we just saw. Is that what you fancy trying? I'll look at the next one along. Menu. I've seen menu del dia here.
It's not the menu del dia.
we opted for the menu of the day, so I'll show you that when it arrives. And we've chosen a seat that's under a fan because it's really hot and sticky here. And Anita says I'm perspiring.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you in a moment. Well, drinks have arrived. My small beer.
Just a small one.
Cheers. Well, we both chose the same starters, which is the goat's cheese salad, and beautifully presented, and I'm sure it's going to taste equally good. There's Anita's lunch, which is the salmon with a mango sauce.
Delicious.
And I've had the bruschetta, which looks equally delicious, and both dishes beautifully presented. And for dessert we have baked apple, and it looks to be served on a biscuit with cream. Again, beautifully presented, and I'm sure it's going to taste equally beautiful. And there's the bill, so €36, and that includes all the drinks. Well, I think that may be one of the best menu del dias we've ever had. It was really tasty, beautifully presented at a really good price. So if you're in Paguera, then certainly look out for La Pampa. It's a steakhouse. We just had the menu del dia, but it was really, really good, really impressed. So we're going to head off home via the supermarket. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, that helps us to know that people are watching our videos, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. So bye for now.
Bye.